Pointless, our game where the biggest winners are our lowest scorers. Let's meet today's teams. All right, team number one.
I'm Adam, this is Heath. We are the Geek New Force.
And team number two.
I'm Liz.
And I'm Leslie.
And we were sitting in the same row.
And team number three.
I'm Adam.
I'm Danny.
We're Team Dragon Dance.
And finally, team number four.
I'm Z.
The name's Steven.
And we both needed partners.
All right, so you're going to pass it all the way down to the beginning there. All right, well, what an interesting bunch of introductions that we had, which means I just have one more introduction to make. She is pretty much my reason for breathing in and out these days. She's my pointless friend. She's Nessa. Hi.
Hello, how are you?
I did well. Boy, wereren't they great on the tryout? You guys didn't see this on the video, but we've had some of the lowest scores that we've ever had on the tryout. So this could be a very, very expensive game for us by the end of it.
I'm looking forward to it, though.
All right, so that's the luck. Now, before the show, we put all of these questions to 100 people, and it's the obscure answers, the ones that our 100 people didn't say, that we are interested in. For example, one of the questions you took for the tryout was, we gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Pokemon cities and towns as they could that do not contain the letter A anywhere in their names. So, if, for example, you had given Pewter City, as many of our people did who took the survey, Pewter City, here's how that looks on our meter. 47 out of 100 people, which unfortunately would have gotten you excused from this show because we had very low scores. A much better answer, which we did see on a few cards, was Orberg City. If you had said Orberg City, this is how this looks on the meter. 8 out of 100. But what our contestants are trying to find is a pointless answer. One of the answers that I saw on some cards that was pointless was Cloud City, Cloud City. And anyone who gives a pointless answer, this is what it looks like. All the way to the bottom. And as I said before, we did have that happen during the tryout. Now, every time we get a pointless answer over the course of this game, we will add 1,000 Greggo dollars to our jackpot. Now, our jackpot was not won the last time that we played this game, so we're going to add another 1,000. Our jackpot today starts off at 16,000 Greggo dollars, 160 bucks to spend in my suitcase of prizes. So, if everyone is ready, let's play Pointless! All right, so in this first round, I will have an answer from each of you, but there is to be no conferring, all right? You will give me your own answers, okay? So, our first round question for today, the category is abilities. Abilities. Please decide among your teams who's going to go first, who's going to go second. Whoever is going to go first, please stay in front of the table. Whoever is going second, please stand behind the table. All right, and there they go. Okay, here is our first question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Pokemon abilities introduced in Generation 3. Pokemon abilities introduced in Generation 3. Nessa, care to clarify?
Yes, we're looking for the name of any ability that was introduced in Generation 3. That's Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald. We're not including Cacophony on this list because it was never used in the game. Remember, we're looking for the name of abilities, not moves. Best of luck.
All right, so there you go. And as she explained, Cacophony was in the code for Gen 3, but it was never used. So keeping that in mind. And we are going to start off with one of our best folks now. Are you Adam or Steven?
Adam.
You're Adam. All right, Adam, welcome to Pointless. You have a microphone there, please use it. Welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit about yourself first and foremost.
Well,
Speak directly into that mic. Yeah, there you go.
for one, I just graduated college.
Congratulations.
I've been playing Pokemon my entire life, and started with Gen 3, so.
Oh, you start with Gen 3, so this is probably a good question for you then. All right, so which ability are you going to go for?
Levitate.
Levitate, you say. All right, levitate. Let's see if levitate is right. And let's see how many of our 100 people said levitate. That's right. Pretty good. 28. All right, 28 out of 100 people said levitate. That's pretty good first impression. Yeah, there you go. All right, what can you tell us about levitate, Nessa?
Of course, levitate makes Pokemon immune to ground-type moves.
Yeah, so there's certain Pokemon that have no weaknesses as a result of that we may hear about later on in the show. So there you go, Adam, a good first round question for you. Okay, now are you Leslie or Liz?
I'm Liz.
You're Liz. All right, welcome to the show. Tell us about yourself.
I'm also a Gen 3. That's where I started when I was really little,
All right.
and now I'm scared.
What do you like to get? Let's make it a little easier for you. What do you like to do in your spare time?
I like to write a lot, and I'll do that with my friends sometimes, so that's fun.
All right, so it takes a little pressure off when you get to talk a little bit more before, but now we come down to the task at hand. Which ability are you going to go for?
I'm going to go with Sandveil.
Sandveil. All right, Sandveil. Let's see if Sandveil is right, and let's see how many of our 100 people said Sandveil. That's right. Introduced in Generation 3. Pretty good. Down it goes, 3. So, not too shabby for someone who's nervous. So, Sandveil, Nessa.
If the Pokemon with this ability is first in the party, attack during a sandstorm, attacks from wild Pokemon decrease.
So there you go. Nice, lovely low score to start off here. All right, well done. Okay, next we have a loyal friend and true to Greggo's game shows. Hello, Danny.
Hello.
Tell us about yourself.
All right. I am a theater major, part-time voice actor, and I'm officially terrified.
The fear is increasing as we go along. So, and what else do you like to get up to in your spare time?
Well, I started Pokemon from a very, very young age, and I've just been following the whole thing ever since. Every game, like.
All right.
Yeah.
Generation 3 is what we're concerned about
Yep.
today. So what ability are you going to go for?
Nothing came to mind. All I could think was Serene Grace.
Serene Grace, you say. Serene Grace. Let's see if Serene Grace is right, and let's see how many of our 100 people said Serene Grace. It's right. Pretty good. Really good. 1. Apparently, the more nervous you are, the better you go. Serene Grace, Nessa.
Very good answer. This ability doubles the chance of a move having an additional effect.
All right, so there you go. Well, all right. Stephen, that's going to be a pretty tough act to follow there, but you know, you can go one better than that. But first of all, welcome to Pointless, and tell us about yourself.
Greetings and salutations, world. My name is Stephen Coy. I am a published author. I just opened an art business. I'm looking to expand that a little bit. I've been playing Pokemon since Gen 2. My favorite is Gen 4. And you are terrified.
All right, so there's only one way that you can be better than one. You got a pointless answer in you?
Well, let's see if this answer is pretty pointless. I'm going to go with forecast.
Forecast. All right, forecast, you say. Let's see if forecast is right, and let's see how many of our 100 people said forecast. It's right. We had a 3, we had a 1, now we have a 4. All right, another
answer. That's, of course, for cast form only, and he is changed by the weather.
All right, so there we go. Let us take a look at those scores. First, Danny with a lovely low score of 1 for Danny and Adam. Then we go up to 3 for Leslie and Liz. Then it's only up to 4 for Z and Steven, which means Steven over there, you're going to have your work cut out for you because you are currently the high scores on 28, but that's okay. Can the second players please step up to the table? All right, and now we're going to go back down the line, which means that Z, we are going to start with you. Welcome to the show, Z. Tell us about yourself.
I'm a sophomore in college.
What do you like to get up to in your spare time?
Going to college?
No, you got college. What's spare time? Well, I tell you what, Z, here's the situation. Your partner gave you a very good answer. Our high scorers are the other Steven and Adam on 28. If you can give me a score that scores 23 or less, you will automatically be through to the next round. And here's what that looks like on the meter. If you can get below that red line, you'll be through into the next round. So, which ability are you going to go for?
I'm gonna be real, and I don't even know if this is an ability, and I don't know anything from Gen 3.
All right.
Intimidate?
All right. Intimidate, you say. Again, there is the audience likes it. The audience thinks that's a good answer. We'll see what happens. There's your red line. If you can get below that red line with intimidate, your team will be through the next round. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said intimidate. It's right.
Yes.
And you're through the next round, 21. Just barely, but it got you there. All right, so Nessa, intimidate.
Good answer. Intimidate lowers the attack stat of your enemy.
All right, so, and it was an ability, it was introduced in Gen 3, and it was just low enough to get you through, so well done, Z. All right, now Adam, another loyal friend and true of Greggo's game shows. Welcome to Pointless.
Hello there. I'm Adam. I'm a recent college graduate, and this is my first convention, so
Welcome. So, all right, well, we welcome you, and we're going to put the pressure on you right away, apparently. So, there we go. Now, again, our high scores are still Adam and Steven on 28. Give me an answer that scores you 26 or less, and you move on to the next round.
I'm gonna go with Rockhead.
Rockhead. All right, Rockhead, you say. Again, here is your red line. If Rockhead takes you below that red line, you will be through into the next round with Danny. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Rockhead. It's right. And you're through to the next round. 5. Gives you a combined score of 6 and puts you through into round 2. Rockhead, Nessa.
Rockhead prevents recoil damage.
Okay, so there you are. All right, so well done. Okay, now we move on to Leslie. Welcome to Pointless, Leslie.
Alright,
Tell us about yourself first of all.
okay, well, I am a cosplayer, and normally it's more like popular characters than this, but, yeah, I like to go to cons in my free time, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so let me tell you, our high scores are still Adam and Steven on 28. Give me an answer that scores 24 or less, and it puts you through into the next round.
Okay. I am also being real. I don't know too much about Pokemon. Most of our answers came from Liz. So, I don't know what generation this is from, and if it's even an ability, but Attract, I guess.
Attract. All right, Attract, you say. Again, here is your red line. If Attract takes you below that red line, you are through into round 2. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Attract. No, I'm sorry. That is an incorrect answer, which means that you score the maximum of 100 points, which puts you up to 103. I'm very sorry And attract is similar to something we won't talk about yet. So, yeah. So, all right. So, bad luck, unfortunately. But that gives Stephen a lifeline. Because now, well, first and foremost, welcome to Pointless. Yeah. Tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm Steven, and I've been playing Pokemon since Gen 1. So.
You really have to put that microphone up to your face, basically. There you go.
I guess I do.
There you go. All right. And what else do you like to get up to in your spare time?
I guess it's my second time, so I plan on going to these more often.
Cool. Plan on going to more Pokemon game shows too, I hope.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. So as I said just now, Leslie did throw you a lifeline with that incorrect answer. They are now the high scores on 103. Give me an answer that scores 74 or less, and it sees you through into the next round. Which one are you going to go for?
I know it, but I don't know if it's the exact name, but I think it was called Pickup.
Pickup. All right. Pickup, you say. Again, here is your red line. If Pickup takes you below that red line, you will be through into the next round. Let's see if Pickup is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Pickup. It's right. And you're through. Good job. And it's pretty good. Down it goes. All right. 14. 14 out of 100 for Pickup. Nessa, Pickup.
Pickup makes you more likely to pick up dropped items and thrown items.
All right, so there you go. So, put you to 42, put you through to the next round. So I'm sure everyone is curious to see what some of the best answers, to see if we had any pointless answers. Hopefully, can you read my handwriting okay on those? All right, what was best number 4 that they could have said? And we'll pop them up one at a time to say what you could have said.
Best number 4 was white smoke.
White smoke. All right, what does that do?
White smoke is prevents stat reductions.
All right, and that was also a pointless answer. The third best, which would also, these are all pointless answers, by the way. So, what was best 3?
Magnet pool.
All right, also a bit pointless. What's magnet pool?
That prevents steel types from switching or fleeing.
All right, second best, another pointless.
Hustle. Hustle increases attack by 50% but lowers accuracy by 20%.
All right, how about another pointless answer? Best one.
And the best answer is early bird.
Another pointless answer.
It quickens the awakening from sleep.
You also could have had immunity, pure power, and suction cups were also pointless answers. So let's take a look. Unfortunately, we heard one of the worst 4 answers, but fortunately, you still made it through the next round. What was worst number 4?
Overgrow.
There you go. Yep, one of the starter ones, I think.
Yes.
Yep.
Grass type moves power.
Next one I think we heard.
Levitate.
Yeah, there it is right there. 28, so there you go. You think, so we had Overgrow. How about the others? Are they up there?
Blaze.
Yeah, there's one. Yeah, that one scored 33. So that means, audience, what was the worst one? Yeah, there you go. It was Torrent. And there you go. But only 35 points. So there we go. So at the end of the first round, unfortunately, we have to say goodbye to Leslie and Liz. But we thank you very much for being on the show. Give it up for them. But for our remaining 3 teams, it is time for round 2. We will have round 2 for the YouTube audience right after we have this. Stay tuned.
Greggo's Game Shows is now supported by Indiegogo, and you can support Greggo too by pledging at igg.me/@/Greggo's Game Shows.
Welcome back to Pointless here at Anime Midwest. We are in round 2. We have 3 teams remaining. Only 2 of you will be joining us in the head-to-head. And remember, in this question, there is, again, to be no conferring. You will be giving your answers separate. Let's take a look at our category for round 2. Generation 1. Generation 1. Please decide among your teams who's going to go first and who's going to go second. And will whoever's going first please stay in front of the table, whoever's going second, please step behind. All right, let us see. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Gen 1 Pokemon that don't have touching vowels in their names as they could. Gen 1 Pokemon that don't have touching vowels in their names. Now, Nessa, sorry about that.
All right, players, we're looking for any Generation 1 Pokemon whose names do not have 2 vowels next to each other. This is a long list, but there are a few pointless answers among them. For this question, one player gives us the name of a Pokemon. Nobody else can give another Pokemon in that evolutionary line.
Yeah. So it's a wrong answer. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to go that. I'm not going to go that route. But yeah, if one of you gives me an answer, no one else in this entire question can give me another Pokemon that's in that Pokemon's evolutionary chain, because that would be too easy. All right. So
best of luck.
Yeah, by vowels we mean A, E, I, O, and U. That is it. All right. So we will start with you, Stephen, on that end. Welcome to round 2. So as soon as Generation 1 popped up there, you seemed to breathe a sigh of relief. Is this a good category for you? Yeah. All right. So remember, we're looking for any Pokemon whose name does not have 2 vowels next to each other from Generation 1. Which one do you want to try for?
I'll say Omnite.
Omnite. All right, Omnite, you say. Let's see if Omnite is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Omnite. Of course, it's right. Pretty good. Really good. 2. 2 is a pretty good start for round 2. What can you tell us about Omnite, Nessa?
I don't have a whole lot to say about Omnite, but that's a good answer.
So that puts out Omastar, because it's in the evolutionary chain. Had he said Omastar, what would he have scored?
That would have been 1.
All right, so if you had evolved it, then there you go. But that puts that out. Okay, so it keeps a 1-pointer away from the rest of the players, so there's that. Yeah. All right, so good job there. Okay, Adam, your go. 2 is the current high water mark here, so what have you got that can even go lower than that?
I'm going to try Hitmonchan.
Hitmonchan. All right, Hitmonchan, you say. Let's see if Hitmonchan is right, and let's see how many of our, of course it's right, because Hitmnchan, of course it's right. Let's see how low the meter goes with Hitmonchan. We know it's right. 2 was our first answer. This one's going down the meter. It's going all the way to 5. Good job. All right, 5 points for Hitmonchan.
A classic fighting Pokemon.
Named after Jackie Chan.
Jackie Chan, that's right.
There you go. All right. So, and as of course the other one is not in the correct answer in this because Hitmonlee has a double E. So there you go. All right. So other Stephen now. A couple of tough acts to follow here. A couple of lovely low scores. Which one are you going to go for, sir?
Tangela.
Tangela. All right, Tangela. Let's see if Tangle is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Tangela. It is right. Those vowels aren't touching. It goes down. We have a 2, we have a 5, and now we have a 4. This is interesting. All right, Tangela, Nessa.
Always having a bad hair day. But a good answer.
Yeah, there you go. So, not a whole lot of points, but let's go over those scores. First, our best score of the round with 2. We have Adam and Stephen on that end. Then we go up to 4 with Z and Stephen on this end, and which means right now 5 points is our high score for Danny and Adam. So, Danny, a little pressure on you. With the second players, please step up to the front. All right, so there we go. Now, here we go, and we are going to start with you, Z. So, your partner gave you a very, very lovely low score. How do you feel about that? All right, so here's the situation. Normally I would put a red line up there to explain how low you have to go, but in order to guarantee you're through to the next round, you need to give me a pointless answer. Because if you give me one that scores even 1 point, then you're tied, so there's no guarantees just yet. But no pressure! So there you go. Which one are you going to go for?
I'm pretty sure this is Gen 1. Metapod?
All right, Metapod, you say. Again, no red line for you because if it's pointless, that's the only guarantee that we have, and I can't make the red line go that low. Let's see if Metapod is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Metapod. It's right. Pretty good. 7. Which puts you to a lovely low 11 points. Metapod, Nessa.
Kind of a chill, useless Pokemon, I suppose.
Very chill, very chill. All right, so good answer. Now, Danny, we go to you. Now, you had the high score in the first pass, so let's see what happens now. Z and Steven are at 11. They are the high scores. Give me a correct answer with the scores 5 or less, and you're through to the head-to-head.
I'm gonna say Venonat.
Venonat. All right, Venonat. Here is your red line. If Venonat takes you below that red line, you will be through to the head-to-head. Let's see if Venonat is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Venonat. That's right. Now, how low will it go is the question. We had some good answers. This one is 3, and it puts you through to the head-to-head. Combined score of 8. Venonat, Nessa.
Another bug Pokemon.
So there you go. That's all to say about it. So there you go. More importantly, a 3-pointer puts you through to the head-to-head. Now we find out what Adam can do. So the pressure's on Adam. We have 11 still as our high score between Z and Steven. Give me an answer that scores 8 or less, and you move on to the head-to-head. Which way are you going to go?
How about Dugong?
Dugong. All right, Dugong, you say. Again, here is your red line. If Dugong takes you below that red line, you are through to the head-to-head. Let's see if it's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Dugong. It's right. Is it enough? It is enough. 2 points. 2 points. And puts you through to the head-to-head. Dugong, Nessa.
The cow of the sea.
The cow of the sea. There you go. So there we are. Now, let's see now. 2 was the lowest one we heard, but I think we had a few that were even lower than that. What was
Yes, we did.
What was best number 4 on this one?
Okay, Fable.
1 point. You also could have had on 1 point Cloyster, Hypno, Magneton, Nidorina, Omastar we heard, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath, Slowbro. Then we had, what, 3 pointless answers?
Yes.
All right, what was number 3?
Shelter.
Shelter was pointless, and then
Poliwag.
Poliwag.
And this one I was pretty surprised nobody said Farfetch.
Farfetch. Yeah, there you go. So the worst answers are fairly obvious. We didn't hear any of them. What was our worst number 4?
Mew.
There you go. 37.
Charizard.
There we go. Have a feeling we know what the other 2 are going to be.
Charmander.
Yeah, there it is.
And Pikachu.
Yeah, Pikachu. But only 62. So there you go. So unfortunately now we have to say goodbye to Z and Steven. Thank you so much. 11. I'm so sorry, guys. But for our remaining 2 teams, it is time for the head-to-head, which we will have right after we head into our commercial break. Stay tuned.
Do you want to be one of those special 100 people? New pointless surveys are available, so be sure to follow Greggo's Game Show Surveys on Facebook.
All right, welcome back to Pointless here at Anime Midwest. And we now are down to our last 2 teams. We have Danny and Adam facing Adam and Steven. So we had a pair of Stevens, we had a pair of Adams. Only 1 team is going to be making it into the final. Now, some good news, folks. You are now allowed to confer as a team before you give your answers, all right? We've got you ordered by your combined scores for rounds 1 and round 2. Danny and Adam, you gave me lower scoring answers in total, which means you get to go first in the head-to-head. As you can see underneath your meters, we have a scoreboard. The first team to 2 questions will win and move on to the final, whichever side gives me the lowest answer on these head-to-head questions. All right, so let us take a look at our first head-to-head question. Fill in the blank. Fill in the blank, Nessa.
We're going to show you the names of 5 Pokemon with alternate letters removed. To give you a hint, we're also going to give you the type that goes along with each Pokemon. We want you to fill in the blanks and tell us which Pokemon we're after. Best of luck.
Yep, so you're not going to see every other letter, but you are going to see the type for each of these, at least one type if it's a dual type. All right, so let's take a look at those 5 fill in the blanks, and here they are. We have got blank W, blank I, blank O, blank S, dragon, blank E, blank I, blank A, blank, normal, blank E, blank W, blank H, normal, blank R, blank K, blank R, blank K, dark, and blank S, blank A, blank O, blank T, water. I'll repeat that one last time. Blank W, blank I, blank O, blank S, blank E, blank I, blank A, blank E, blank W, blank H, blank R, blank K, blank R, blank K, blank S, blank A, blank O, blank T. Wow, that was loud. All right, so Danny and Adam, you get this question first. Let me know which of those you want to go for and tell me which answer you would like to give.
We'll go for number 5.
All right, the one at the bottom. And which one are you going for there?
Oshawott.
All right, I think number 5 is Oshawott. Hand the microphone over to the other team. And you can talk me through the rest of it. If you know all of them, go ahead, but make sure to let me know which one that you want to test on this one. So feel free to talk us through the board if you want.
We'll go for number 4.
Number 4.
Krokorok.
All right, Krokorok. So we have Oshawott versus Krokorok. First, let's take a look at Oshawott. Let's see if that's right. And let's see how many of our 100 people said Oshawott. It's right. 40 for Oshawott. Now, we'll take a look at Krokorok. Let's see if Krokorok is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Krokorok. It's right. And it put you through. You got the first question with 23. Well done, guys. All right, so after one question, Adam and Stephen lead 1-0. Let's take a look at the rest of the answers. First of all, let's put those up there. Audience gets to play along. Nessa, where are we going to start?
Let's do the normal number 3.
Number 3. Who's that, audience? Nihalf, we heard. That's the right answer. 26 points for that.
Going up.
Going up. Second one? What was it, Nessa?
Oh.
They didn't know, so what is it?
Regigigas.
Regigigas?
Yeah.
3. Only 3 people. And last one, audience? Xylus. Yeah, that was said on a few of your tryout cards. Yeah, 16 for that. All right, so now Adam and Stephen are going to go first on this question. If you get it right, you move on to the final. All right, so our second question concerns rhymes.
Oh, what?
Rhymes, Nessa?
All right, we're going to show you 5 phrases that are an exact rhyme of the name of the Pokemon. We'd like you to name the Pokemon that rhymes with the phrase. As always, we're after the most obscure one you can think of. Best of luck.
All right, audience, please no help. And I will read these in as neutral a tone as possible so I don't give away any answers. Here come those 5 phrases. We have got Wedgie Brock. Wagon fight. Bun thrown. Wear a sauce. Can beer. I will read those one more time. Wedgie Brock. Wagon fight. Bun thrown. Wear a sauce. Can beer. All right, so we're looking for the Pokemon that rhymes with each of these. Adam and Stephen to go first.
Can you say 2?
Hmm?
Can you say 2 of them?
Well, no, if you say 2, then they get, give me the one you think is the most obscure of those, the one you think is going to go the lowest on the meter.
Wedgie Brock is Reggie Rock.
All right, we say Reggie Rock for Wedgie Brock. Danny and Adam, hand them the microphone. Danny and Adam, you can talk me through the rest of this board if you want, and just let me know which one you want to test.
Number 3, bun thrown is unknown.
All right, so we have Reggie Rock versus unknown. All right, first, let's take a look at Reggie Rock. Let's see if Reggie Rock is right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Reggie Rock for Wedgie Rock. That's right. 59 got that rhyme. Now, we will take a look at unknown for bun thrown. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said unknown. That's right. And it wins the question. Good job. 20. Only 20. So after 2 questions, we are tied 1-1. Let's quickly go through the rest of the board. Audience. Nessa.
Wagon fight.
Dragonite.
Wear a sauce.
Heracross. Best answer?
And I'm surprised nobody got canned beer. It's not as many people as I thought.
Yeah, only 9 came up with Panseer. So 2 answers were better. All right, so for the third question, Danny and Adam to go first. This is the decider. And the question concerns previous evolutions. Previous evolutions, Nessa.
We're going to show you a list of 5 different Pokemon. We want you to tell us which Pokemon directly evolves into it. So if we show you the 3rd stage evolution, we want the 2nd stage. If we show you the 2nd stage, we want the 1st stage. Go for the most obscure one you can think of. Best of luck.
All right, and again, no help from the audience. This is the deciding question. Here are those 5 Pokemon. We have got Jumpluff, Crustle, Gallade, Palpitoad, Octillery. I will read those one more time. Jumpluff, Crustle, Gallade, Palpitoad, Octillery. Danny and Adam, think it over. Tell me which one you want to go for.
We're going to go for number 4.
Number 4.
And Palpitoad evolved from Timpole.
Timpole. All right. Adam, Steven, you can talk me through the rest of the board if you want. Just make sure you choose the one that you want to go for.
Okay, we'll do number 5.
Octillery.
Remoraid.
Okay, so we have Timpole versus Remoraid. First, Timpole. Let's see if that's right. Let's see how many of our 100 people said Timpole. That's right. 22 out of 100. All right, so it comes down to this. Let's see Remoraid. Let's see, is it right? How many of our 100 people said Remoraid for Octillery? It's right. 53 out of 100, which means after 2 questions, Danny and Adam have won this game of Pointless 2-1. All right, let's go through the rest of the board quickly because we just have enough time to get to the finals. Top to bottom, you think?
Oh, okay.
Jumpluff, audience? Skip Bloom would have scored you 40. Russell Dwebble, which would have scored you 26. Gallade.
Good job.
Curlia, which means Timpole was actually the best answer on the board. You could not have gotten, and they gave the best answer first. There's no way that you could have gotten there. So there you go. So now here's the situation, Adam and Steven. Now, did you know each other prior to the show?
Yeah.
Okay, good, because since you made it to the head-to-head, the next time I am doing this convention, or this show at a convention near you and you're both here together, you don't have to try out. You get one more shot at becoming our Pointless champions. So give it up for Adam and Steven. But for Danny and Adam, congratulations, you have won this game, which means before we go any further, I will tell you that each of you will be receiving a Team Skull Pokemon cosplay plush from the Poke Center as your Pointless trophies. All right, now you guys get to play for that jackpot. Now, we did not hear any pointless answers today, which means our pointless jackpot still stands at $16,000 Greggo dollars, $160 to split. Here's how it works. We have to have a pointless answer from you, all right? We're going to give you 3 categories, and you're going to choose which category you think gives you the best chance at finding that all-important pointless answer, all right? Here are the 3 categories. We have got World Geography, Same Letter, the Tide Pod Challenge. World Geography, same letter, or the Tide Pod Challenge? Which of those do you think will give you the best shot at a pointless answer?
I'm gonna go with the oldest meme in the book, Tide Pod Challenge.
The Tide Pod Challenge. I am so glad you went with that. All right, so, yeah. Okay, so here is your question. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many Pokemon that don't have any Tide Pod letters in their names. Pokemon that don't have any Tide Pod letters in their names. Nessa.
We're looking for the name of any Pokemon that has none of the letters in Tide Pod anywhere in its name. That's Tidepod. Along with the clock, we're going to put up those letters on the board to help you out. The Pokemon can come from any generation. Best of luck.
She mentioned the clock. Here's how it works. We're going to give you a clock with 60 seconds on it. Again, there are those letters that you can use so that you don't inadvertently come up with one. You're going to come up with 3 answers in 60 seconds. We hope that one of those 3 answers is going to be pointless. If it is, you'll be splitting that jackpot of 16 grand. All right, you have 60 seconds. Your time starts now. 20 seconds. Seconds left. Get your last thoughts together. All right, let the time clock click down, and there it goes. Okay, so we were looking for Pokemon that do not have any of the letters of Tide Pod anywhere in their names. Which ones are you going to go for?
Magmar,
Magmar,
Jinx,
Jinx,
and Lunala.
and Lunala. Now, of those 3, which of those do you think is the best shot you have at a pointless answer?
I personally think Lunala.
You think you're not Lunala, so we'll put that last. Which one do you think is your worst chance at a pointless answer? Probably Magmar. Okay, so we will put those in that order. We have Magmar, we have Jinx, and we have Lunala. All right, now if even one of those answers is pointless, $160 to spend in our prize suitcase is pretty good. What kind of goodies do you hope that I brought to the convention with me this weekend?
Any sort of hole in the punch, so I could actually have.
Well, I will tell you, I don't have a lot of Pokemon stuff, but I will also tell you that you can use some of those winnings to purchase convention badges to other animecon.org shows. So you can spend some of that money and not have to pay to get into the next one. So we'll see what happens. All right, the first answer you gave was Magmar, hoping that it doesn't have any of the letters in Tide Pod in it. So here we go. Let's see if Magmar is right. Let's see if it is pointless. It's right. Now we're going to increase the drama by slowing that down a little bit as it goes down to the 20s, into the teens, into the single digits. Now, there you go. Now, 5, you said was your worst shot at it, so this bodes well. Now we're going to take a look at Jinx. I'm going to get it right this time. Let's see if Jinx is right. Let's see if Jinx is a pointless answer.
Come on!
It's right. Magmar took us down to 5. This one's taking us into the 20s, into the teens, into the single digits. 5 again. All right, so now it's down to Lunala. You said this was your best shot at a pointless answer. Let's see. Is Lunala right? Let's see if it is pointless. It's right. No T, no I, no D, no E, no P, no O, into the 20s, into the teens, into the single digits. And that means Ram Bull, Munchlax, Musharna, Bullaby, what else up there? I think Amara. Yeah, Snubble is there, Muna's there, Swablu. There you go, so there you go. Yeah, it was pointless. But that doesn't matter because you gave me Lunala, which is what we needed. So again, congratulations, you got a bunch of money to spend. And that means next time we play this game, the jackpot will restart at 10,000 Greggo dollars. We have already run over our time. We got to get the heck out of Dodge. So congratulations to you guys. Nessa, I guess that means that that was everyone. So until next time, all that's left for Nessa to say is goodbye. And for me as well, goodbye.